Here we pass Chicamocha Dorado condominium right through the middle, up the hill, and back down through this road with trees on each side with views of the canyon on the side. We're gonna go downhill, and at the bottom there's gonna be a paved road, and to the right is gonna be the road down to walking between the canyon to San Rafael, which is the people in San Rafael live right below the cable car that goes to the cable car that goes from here, the top of the mesa, to the canyon itself, and to the national park PANACHI. We're still on the same road that comes from Chicamocha Dorado, and here there's like a little store, and now we see again the edge of the canyon and all the mountain. On the opposite side you see the road that goes from the main city Bucaramanga towards San Gil and Bogota, and at the very top it's the national park, so that's the front mountain. And we keep walking. Here people are collecting water, but it's not too full, it's kind of empty. Here we continue, and there is some people riding the bikes up the tough hill. And we're close to approaching the open view of the canyon to San Rafael, which is between the top of the canyon or the cable car at the bottom of the river. And in front is their national park. Okay, so now we're approaching the open canyon. This is one of the most beautiful views. Here, it's just amazing. This is pretty much the edge of the canyon here on the side. We're gonna be walking that road at the bottom over there, in the middle of the top of the canyon and the bottom of the river. Wow, beautiful home over there. That over there is condominium Casa de Campo, which is like a lake for people that can afford it with the houses. So here is something called Chicamocha Loft, and as you can see, it has just amazing views. You see the edge of the canyon and the loft there. Wow, very nice. Also, Casa Pinto is here, so I was confused. So Casa Pinto doesn't have end to the other side. Mirador del Campestre, this is the one that you can see the view of the canyon. Okay, here where you see this like a circular tank water collection, this is where the road divides in two. Here we're gonna take the road to the right. Okay, as we continue our walk down, you can see here there is like amazing, you can see some mountains that were cut off like at an angle way at the back. It's just amazing, way back there. And here we keep descending, and now you can see the edge. This wall here, it has a front edge for several kilometers that way. And we're gonna actually be walking down and around to the side to then climb on the other side. For you see that tower, like way past that. We're gonna go visit a family, and they're gonna give us breakfast. They're gonna show us around, and then we're gonna get back up. Aquí estoy en una roca. This is just a very wide open, amazing canyon. We're gonna keep walking, and then he's gonna meet us when we continue. But now we're at the bottom. Now we're near this wall. This is amazing here. Wow. Okay, so right now we're already finishing the walk on the side of the road. This is the paved road. At the bottom of this paved road, oh, there's some beautiful homes back there and some not so pretty. At the bottom is gonna be a bifurcation. It's gonna divide in two. We'll take the right, and that will take us to all these little roads. I will be walking on these roads all the way along the side of the mountain until we approach the cable car, and then we'll take some other road up the hill, and we're gonna end up back on the top. It's beautiful. We're going to San Rafael in the Chicamocha Canyon. Okay, after a few curves, we walked down maybe 10-15 minutes. Now we see this huge cliff. This wall, we were on top of it on the side earlier. This is really, really beautiful. And I'm so glad that we do have a cabin, La Gondola, located about 3 kilometers from the cable car. And we're on Airbnb. And then if you stay at our cabin, you can do these walks. Really just amazing. See description below. Here we're continuing the descent. Right at the bottom, you can see the road. That's the road that goes from Bucaramanga to San Gil, Bogota. And over there, they do a lot of cultivation of mamones, which is a small little fruit that you suck, and also mandarins. And then you can see the river. So there should be the only bridge that crosses the canyon, and it's called Pescadero. So it's amazing that from here we can see it. So between this mountain on this side and those on that side is the road that starts going up all the way to Bucaramanga from the bottom of the canyon. Just amazing. Here in front we can see cars coming up and down the canyon on the other side. This is one of those points when you feel how small we are as humans compared to nature. Here's those huge cliffs that we were coming from. We were walking from that side, down. And in front there's these other cliffs, like another wall. And we're like between two walls and a canyon. That's the river way at the bottom. It looks just right there, but it's just, without a camera, you can really feel the openness, the magnificence of this canyon. Wow. All right, so we're coming down, and here we see a paved road section. That's amazing. And then if you really look in front, you can see the road. This is the road that goes up the canyon to the national park. And then along the side, there's the post that take the cable car down and up to the side of the mountain. So over there, this flat plateau there, that's a condominium where they sell houses, but we didn't buy one. We didn't buy a lot because on the other side there is where they grow chickens, and it's thousands of them, and there's a lot of flies. There's a lot of flies in this area anyways, but on that area, and then they didn't have a water system, and so we ended up not buying a piece of land there. But it's beautiful. The views from there are just amazing all the way to the canyon. But we keep going down. So we preferred our location that we got in. We are 1.5 kilometers from the viewpoint called Tabacal Mirador. Tabacal viewpoint. And we are about 3 or 4 kilometers from the cable car that goes down to the river and up to the national park. But again, this is beautiful. Okay, so since I was a child in the 70s, my parents bring me to Bucaramanga from Bogota. So we crossed this road. There was no national park. And when we go down this road, we will always see these cliffs But in my life, I've never been able to come. I always loved this area. That's why we have our cabin. But this time we can see, oh my God, I can see the cliffs that I used to see from over there, but I'm walking right next to them. And this is just like some walls of rock. And it's just amazing. I mean, okay, here at this point, we keep descending. Canyon in front, the roads in the front. And now, if you look to that side, you can see the cliffs, how amazing they are. Which we're gonna end up walking over there near that mountain, and then we're gonna go where those, the posts that bring the cable car up, where they meet up there. That's where we're going. Oh, actually, from here we can see. Notice that the topmost post is like a triple post, and we're gonna reach that direction. Trying to save some time. Okay, so here is a very amazing point. So that's the national park right there. And that's the cliff where on each side you see the canyon. So on the far side behind, the river comes down to that section right there. The river curves and continues this way. And the river goes down and eventually it meets the Rio Fonce. This is called Chicamocha River. And together they become Sogamoso River, and they continue and they end up at the Sogamoso Water Reservoir, which was constructed several years ago. But yeah, this mountain in the middle here, this is where the cars go up to go to Bogota. And the river goes around that mountain. It's just amazing. And then here is a little house. These people have an amazing view. These people really have a view of the cliffs of Mesa de los Santos, where the cable car station is. And they have views of the canyon and of the national park. This is just beautiful. Hay casas que tienen mirador en el... Una casa tiene algo ahí colgante. ¿Dónde? Arriba. Es como un volado. Sí. They're telling us that there's some people that do rock climbing at nighttime, and he says they can see the lights on the wall when they're climbing the mountain. So now we're approaching the cable car. You can see there's the cable car. Es una escuela, ¿verdad? Sí. Wow. Here we got some lemonade from the lady, and here. Okay, so at this moment, the cable car is starting to run. I'm drinking my lemonade. And then here you can see one cable is going, one is coming. And they're starting to take people up and down to the view on the top. On the top is called Estación Teleférico, or the station for the cable car. On this side is called Mesa de los Santos. And in front on the other side is the national park, Chicamocha National Park. You can see it way back there. That's the national park. 40. Wow. The gentleman is telling us that the school used to have 40 students, that school. And now there's only one student and one teacher. And the teacher has to come The teacher has to come every day from like an hour, 2 hours away to teach one student only. There's the cable car. Bueno, vamos a desayunar. We're gonna have breakfast. And here is the cable. They're coming, they're passing. You see the beautiful canyon behind. It's 9:38. I think they started at 9 a.m. the cable. Okay, so we finished having a nice breakfast, like brunch, and we saw all the farm that they have. Everything's so beautiful. The people were so nice. The wife, the guy, the little school. Now we're gonna start climbing. We're gonna be climbing up that hill all the way to the top of the cable car to the right. That's the end of this road. So it's a pretty steep road, but very beautiful. And there's people in the cable car. And this is gonna be an amazing climb. Wow. They said about an hour. But wow, between all these hills. We're climbing rocks that they have put like little stairs. But this is a long climb all the way up there. We're starting the climb. Maybe not the best time because it's like noontime and it's pretty sunny. But we spoke for too long. A nice conversation with the people. But this is really amazing, beautiful. Qué belleza.
¿Es ese camino, cierto?
Sí. Okay, we're going up. We can see the cable car. We still have a lot to go, like the hardest part. But there's the cable car. And we continue. But here, in front of us, we can now see the mountain cliff approaching. There it is. Really high. We're still far from the actual cliff, but we're approaching the cliff. Here we can see the last three. Here's the road. It's like some stairs, natural stairs. And you can see we're approaching the cable cars. We're gonna cross under them, I think. And here is the cliff. We're still not near them, but we're getting close to them. All right, here we're approaching the cliffs now, very close to the wall. And here, this is the three posts of the cable car last station. And you see a cable car coming out, but look, there's walls on each side. This is amazing, beautiful. There is the cable car coming down. Wow. Hey! We're still going here between cliffs. We're really going up in a road. And there's two cliffs between the road. The climb continues. The cliffs are there. And we're coming up like in a winding road. Luckily it's winding. And as you can see, it's mostly just like curving up. And it has like a little stairs. So I guess at one point people took care of this. The lady told us that 30, 40 years ago, there was many families living down there where the little school is. But eventually, everybody moved to the top where now is the cable car and many tourists. And here only few families live. Okay, so we stopped here for a while and we're trying to take a rest. We're looking at these amazing cliffs, but what we notice is that in the national park, a few kilometers away, there is a few people doing paragliding. And then if you look straight that way, there is like 3 or 4 people doing paragliding. One is a white glider, and people do that around here too. Oh yeah, we're getting close to the triple post for the cable car. We're really like in between the mountains, between these cliffs. So many butterflies around here and beautiful plants. At this moment we're between cliffs, and we can clearly see now the cable car. On the cliff, we're like inside. We're really between the cliffs, climbing up. And it's actually a road that was created by someone in the past. It's pretty amazing. And here we see the cable car going up. And here we successfully finished the ascent. Wow. The Chicamocha Canyon. And on the far end is the national park. We're not crossing. We're climbing the cliffs almost at 90%. And here's the post. We're right under the post. And when the people leave when the cable car passes this post, it drops. And people scream right here usually. We just heard people screaming. Let's see. Okay, here they are. Oh, these people didn't scream. Let's see. The other groups. All right, this is the end of our route. Here is the cable car where it turns, and we're done. From here is 3.5 kilometers to our cabin called La Gondola, which is located in here in the Chicamocha area. Now that we're done with our tour, we come to, this is where the cable car is located. This is the little park for the cable car, Estación Chicamocha. And there is things to eat, things to see, things to buy. And from here, our cabin, La Gondola, is about 3.5 kilometers.